So, yeah, it's filtered. Who gives a shit? But I have some messages regarding Egyptian queen, most powerful, beautiful queen of all time. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know nothing about her. I don't even know her. I just know she visited me a couple times. Why? How do I know? Because the same picture I seen is the same picture I seen pop up or I was guided to by other people. And then I referred back to what I seen and I was like, oh wow, that's her. So Nefertiti was like a queen of Egypt. She was the queen of Egypt. She was the most wealthiest in her time. She worshipped the God, the Sun. I don't want to say Father, Son, but she worshipped only one God, which was the Sun, Aton or something. I can't. But this lady, whole face was in my home at my front door more than one time with the big thingy on top of her head. It was just like the whole shape of her head, and that's how I knew it was Queen Nefertiti, which I am feeling the need to say Mother Nefertiti, who is very beautiful, the queen of beauty, the queen of power. So earlier today I wrote a lot down through channeling without tarot cards from the beginning. Then I started to pull a couple tarot cards, and then at the end, you know what? You will see the tarot card. So I probably shouldn't read this because I did record what I wrote. So we will just connect with her right now about some messages she wants to get out to women. Because first of all, Nefertiti powered over all women, especially beauty and envious. She was the queen of Egypt. She ruled everything. She had power over everything during that time. At the end of this video, you will see the channeled messages from what I was getting directly from her. Direct messages from her. No cap. Not gonna just say anything just to say anything. But I do want to put out that she does not like. She is very. The reason why I feel so confident in there's the rain. The reason why I feel so confident in what I was receiving is because she was kind of getting a little angry speaking this, and I was getting hot as it was coming through. Like I was super hot, and I'm normally cold in that place I was at. She did not like how news people or people were speaking of finding her body in Egypt. So Nefertiti, Mother Nefertiti, I should say Mother Nefertiti, she did not like how they were speaking about finding her body. She said the most they would probably find is bits and pieces, but they did not find her true body. Like she was chopped up. So how could you find it if she was chopped up? You know, so it was like the people that did all these documentaries, she is saying is just false or just made up or just added to make the story sound good or to make their platform sound good. And I'm not knocking anybody that's out there doing their thing or whatever, but no one really found her whole entire body nor face. Why? Because her face, everything was broken into pieces during that time when everything was destroyed, or when people came to curse her and make her ill and sick, leading to death. So at the end of this, you will notice you will hear a little bit of background of the guided messages that I were guided to from her. And I don't know nothing about Mother Nefertiti. I'm saying Mother Nefertiti. Someone a bird. I'm saying Mother Nefertiti, but you guys say what you want. This is what I have to say. She is Queen Nefertiti, though. Queen Nefertiti, queen of beauty, queen of power. She had 6 children. Her daughter was someone that I feel as though, looked like her. Her daughter looked very much like her, and her daughter was very significant during those times. Like, I don't know what it is about that, but I don't want to speak about that part right now. Right now, I want to give divine messages to. So right now, I just want to give messages from her to the women of that need to hear this. Okay, so a lot of women. Yeah, there she go. She was poisoned. Now she is just standing, speaking of being poisoned, how she couldn't even stand up for herself. She says normally she's very powerful. Normally she's able to stand up for herself. They wanted to take her off her throne. They wanted to take her power from her. She was very much a lady. She had a lot of wisdom. Her crown, chakra, everything from above was like natural. Like, she didn't have to use anything. The power came from her, from within her. And what she's directing these messages, it is saying to, like, for some of you, not all of you, some of you women, you need to stand into your power. I feel like you need to stand into the strength that, see, like, you know what it is? It is saying that because she really did not play about herself. Like, she knew she was beautiful, and that's what made people feel like she was mean or angry or just a bitter, mean person and very evil. She was not evil. She was very innocent. Only reason I know this is because this is what was coming through to me, and I was trying to figure out who this face was sitting at the top of my front door, as if she ruled my whole dang place where I live. It was like every so often I would catch that same face that they have floating out here, just like above me right now. I will catch that same face on my front door, that big crown on my front door, like right now, just sitting there, and I would be like, "Ooh, who is that African? That's an African something." Because you know how the shape of the top of her head was. That's all I would see, and I'm up there like, "Who is that?" I was fantasizing. I was happy actually because. And then look at that. I was happy to just, feel that special to be visited by these people such as her. This is for people that are awakening. Not awakening. This is just for people that are within themselves and they want to continue. Leaving it at that. Now, here's for the women. This is for my women, because this is who she was ruling over women. That's how come I know she was never bitter or jealous. She wanted all women to be such as her. Very powerful, standing in their power and never allowing anyone to devalue them because of how they feel towards you. Like, you know how people can look at you in a different way or feel certain type of ways about you just because of the things you do, how you walk, how you talk, how you set yourself on this pedestal. And also for the ones who put their standards super, super high, she wants you guys to never lower your standards for no one, not even your own mother, because I feel like a lot of your moms may say you do too much or may look at you in this bitter way, and I feel like she will definitely put people in their place for you. Some of you, I'm not talking about all of you. Most of you will know what I'm talking about because you will feel your skin crawling as I am speaking directly to you and through this video right here. It's almost as if she is saying, stop allowing people to run over you because you hold so much strength here. You hold so much strength here. You hold so much knowledge and power by just your beauty, your looks, your voice. And it's like she is saying to stand up for yourself. Stop allowing people to knock you down by how they feel, their opinions, or by what they feel works best for you, because nothing works best for you. She is saying nothing works best for you more than your own thinking, your own doings, your own everything and anything. It's almost as if she wants you to get up every day and be top notch, even if you have to do even if you're doing your lashes and all that shit does not make you or break you. It does not matter. Whatever makes you feel confident and beautiful in your power, she wants you to stand up for that, because a lot of people hated her because of how powerful she was with her beauty, with her knowledge, with her power, with her magic, with her strength, with her 2 feet. When she stepped her 2 feet on any scene, everyone bowed down. Everyone respected her any and everywhere she went. Everyone pushed P for her. That's what I heard. You feel me? You know that song, how that song make y'all feel? That's how she's saying. That's what she's saying. Everyone, I am speaking facts. You know what? A lot of people hated her guts because she held this feminine power. She was so beautiful, but she had okay, don't take this the wrong way, but she had that strong mind and them strong hands and feet, like a masculine energy. Like, she was very much can do both at any time. Like, she can very much throw a man across the street with her eyes, or with her face, or with her presence. Her presence was so strong in a building or in a room that it was mistakenly as evil. You know, it was mistakenly as trouble. It was mistakenly as someone that is here to do something bitter, or just a lot of people was jealous and envious because of her presence. Her presence held more strength than her mouth in the words she spoke or the things she would say. That stick she would step down with, that stick she would hit down on the ground just to get their attention. She didn't even have to say a word. And this was not out of being she was humble. She was very humble. She was not the one to try to boss people around or put people in their place just because she knows she can and she have the authority. That was another thing. She had a lot of authority. Why? That's just because of who she was and because she worshiped the one God, which we all should know. Take it how you want. You can do what you want with that part. But what I know is one God, and that's it. Sun, she worshiped the sun. The sun sets everyone free. The sun is God. He lifts us up. Boom. Leaving it at that. So yeah, she was very much magical. She had a lot of magical gifts in power and strength, and she was the one that people would go to when they needed this, that, and the third, or when they were you know what, people would go to her. People would come to her when there was trouble on the scene, or when there was trouble in the air. I feel like the air, the nature, the rain, and all of that would speak directly to the people as well as her. Like, she would know it before, but they were there to do their parts, and each person that was there surrounding her in her place of living, you know, where they live, their little castles, their little buildings, whatever they call them, they all had positions, and that was just what it was. It was not because, you know, it was not to make anyone feel belittled, but everyone plays a role. Just how you have the DJ, you have the producer, you have this, you have that, the artist, you know, you have the assistant. Everyone played a role in her life, and it was like, once that weather or nature started speaking, things were flowing in the air through the this feel good with my hood on, through the wind and all of that. They would come and direct it to her. It was like sometimes good messages, but this here message was speaking about trouble in route planning. So she knew in the air, in her deep mind and body and soul, that there was some sort of setting up or trouble en route coming towards her. She just took it as she was very strong. She had no worries, which she really didn't. This was caught off guard in a way. And these are the same cards I got earlier when I did this earlier. Like, I was getting these same cards. You will also hear at the end of this video when I connect the other parts of the video to this one, because I did channel earlier today, which was very, very strong. So I want to add it to this part, and I also wanted to give little messages to women out there, because these women need to hear it. The ones that need to hear it will hear it, and it will resonate with them, and it will help them and guide them to take off, just as me. This is my first time hearing this, literally, because of that face I kept seeing in the front of my house, standing there like I'm the boss. It was like I'm the mother, and that's that, and I got you. So I'm taking that. Basically, so her left eye, something about this woman's eye that people wanted. It was like she had within that eye, they knew she could see beyond any and everyone, and vision any and everything. That's the thing about her eye. It was like everything. And she also had a very important tool. She had a lot of detailed prayers and scriptures of things that she would write down, that she would say, that she would post around, where she said, she would speak these things when it is time to protect, when it is time to go into shield, when it is time to fight the enemies. She would do these were like natural rituals for her. And all she had to do was sit back. And I feel like these people that were trying to set this up, or set it up to where they harm her or take that eye and kill her and make her very, very sick, really, really poisoning her, because that's exactly what they did. They wanted to take her out of the seat, and the sun kept her up so highly because she worshiped the sun. She also empowered the sun. The sun was something special, which is God, and it was something that sat right above her head. So a lot of you, not all of you, she is very big on saying, she is very big on keeping it real and keeping it one. She don't care about people's feelings or people's emotions, because she says it is what it is in these days and times of life, especially then. Like, she didn't care who was in their feelings about what, especially when it came to who did this, who did that, and who she was and why she get to be in that position. That's just what it was. That's who she was. She was that position. So that's what it is. And it's saying, like, and she's speaking about, damn, I lost my train of thought. Haters. Oh, yeah. So this message is not for all of you women that could be watching. This is for certain women. But, it can definitely help and guide you. That's why I was saying, like, she didn't care about anybody's feelings. She wants me to slow down and get my point across. She wants me to spit it, because I'm protected anyway, so it don't matter what. I am here divinely guided with guided messages from divine. So, a lot of people hated her glow. It was this type of smirk, smile on her face that just made people very uncomfortable, intimidated, envious, or jealous out of nowhere. That's not her business. That's not her point. That's not her problem. She is speaking of you guys, certain of a particular handful of you, to not allow anyone to dictate how you look, how you come across to people. That has shit to do with you and a lot to do with them. She is saying, do not separate your true strength and power within your looks, within your voice, within your smiles and your walk and your talk and your eyes, just because other people may think, oh, you're this, you're that. No matter how people think you may come off, just because you're you. It's like people want to stop you from being you. Why? Because when they stop you from being you, you don't get what you deserve. You don't get what you truly want in this life. When people, she is saying, when people feel like they can take control of how you come off and how you step foot out of your home, that front door, as soon as you step foot out of that front door, it's up to you to be you or to be them. I'm going to say that again. She is saying, as soon as you step foot out your front door, out your doorstep from your home, it is up to you to be you or to be them. Them regulating who you are, or you regulate who you are. You have the on and off button, or they can have the on and off button. You decide. One thing about it, she never allowed anyone to have an on and off button, no matter if they were man or female. And I'm going to say this part again. She said no matter if they are man or female. I feel like the reason she said no matter if you are man or man is because some men feel like, some men are very strong and very powerful, and she feel as though she can trade places no matter when, no matter how, no matter the time of the day, which she truly could. She could be her husband sometimes, and she could be herself, and that's just what it is. That's just who she was. I feel like a lot of you are needing to take your power back at this time at your jobs. A lot of you need to take your power back from your mother. A lot of you need to take your power back from your friends. Yeah, take your power back. What this woman look like she's doing? Standing up there with her head held high with that sword like I wish it would. Taking her power back. With that foot out is like, you know how y'all pop that foot out in y'all pictures? You got me messed up, because it's like taking my power back. She wants y'all to stand in y'all power because that's who y'all are. And she is speaking in this picture. You got the whole world behind you. You don't need people. You got the whole world behind you. That's nothing but the world right there. There's a little grass. There's a little dirt. And look at the sky. Sun is out. It's glooming. You have nothing else but the world. The people do not make the world. The world makes the world. I don't care if that don't make sense because I know what I'm talking about and I know what I'm saying. The world makes the world. The people are just in it. The people out there do not make the world, because if that's the case, then you will never be yourself. You will step out into their world. So stepping out into this right here, into your strength, into your power, you have the world behind you. And the world I'm speaking of, planets, the universe, nature, sky is the limit, God, the sun, the world. Okay. One thing about her, this gonna resonate with a lot. In a way, this gonna resonate. A lot of people slickly look up to y'all. A lot of people really come to y'all for advice or strength or any. And what I mean by strength, they may not even have to say nothing, but they want your energy and they want to hear your opinion. And it's because you hold that power. Take your power back from anyone that tries to belittle it. Because why? You won't be able to walk away with your flowers if you don't hold your power. If you sit up there and let other people take away your smile, your smirk, your demeanor. Your demeanor is where it's at. I don't care what y'all talk about. Your personality is where it's at too, but that demeanor hits harder. And I feel like her demeanor stood strong. Her demeanor stood strong, and it let people know without her opening her mouth. All she had to do was, and they gonna know. That's for some of you guys, for real. Some of you hold that type of power. She had. Oh, don't let me forget, because this is something for me too. The things you wear, the things you put onto your body, and the things you have on your clothes represents you. And let's see. Okay, this was an example that fuck nigga. That type of stuff on your shirt represents you. So I'm going to just leave that at that. You take it how it resonates. So it's like, beautify yourself, especially with your clothes, especially with your jewelry. Put on the things that make you feel like confident and strong, and not subconsciously throwing shots at things that brings you down or that lowers your vibration, like F nigga free. Like, like little stuff like that. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Wear stuff, because that's what she did. She wore jewelry that represented her power and strength, and it enhanced her presence. That's why she didn't have to say too much. Things covering her head represent her wisdom and her knowledge. Things covered her head that kind of kept her from projecting energies and things. She could not even project energies because she stood in her power no matter what. Through her sleep, she was still up. It was like through her sleep, she was still awake. And it's like, so many people doubted her, but so many people reached out for her. So many people doubted her because they were intimidated and envious and jealous, and they were like, she can't be this strong woman forever, but then again, so many people depended on her. So many people waited for her to bring home the coins, bring home the energy, bring home the love, bring home the wisdom, bring home all of the strength, or whatever you brought home to your peoples, to your families, to your friends. Everybody waited, but in the back they was envious, and they still wanted to kill her vibes. They still wanted to. One thing about her, she did not need a ride or die. She had all the strength within her. I feel like this strength card right here, this is reversed. It's because she didn't need strength. She was the strength. She could step out in a suit or in a dress and still be the strength. It was like she can wear black or blonde hair today and still have strength and authority and justice over any and everything. Number one, when y'all listen to the end of the video, you're going to see that it speaks about her being an innocent being and not evil. A lot of people thought and expected her to be evil because of how powerful she was, and she was a woman. But I feel that though she was masculine and feminine. A lot of you are masculine and feminine, but it's like the energy around you kind of holds you back from standing up for yourself and fighting for yourself, especially in your workplace, in your entrepreneurship, in your business. It's like, forget the audience. What about you? To be honest, you don't please no audience. The audience will please you. When you step out as if you're that, when you step out in your power, the audience will please you. I don't care who tell you you need to please your audience. You need to write a book that catches your audience attention. No, your audience is going to be caught by your attention, if that makes sense. I know how I'm saying it, and I bet a lot of you know where I'm going at with that too, because you're resonating with me, and we're all on the same frequency. Not all of us, but I'm talking about the ones that are vibing with what I'm saying here. Because in one thing about it, a lot of masculine energies were jealous of her hustle. Not hustle for coins, because she was already abundant. She was rich, the wealthiest during that time. She was the wealthiest during her time. She had everything. Everything was hers. It was like some masculine men, I guess I would almost say soldiers, or people that worked around her, could be pharaohs, people that worked for her, under her, and that surrendered to her, kind of wanted to take her spot a little bit. They felt as if she didn't deserve it because she was a woman. And for some of you, this could be like your male cousins or brothers that kind of were bitter and jealous of how hard you worked, how often you were able to make money, how you could come up with so many great ideas, and you're just a female that did so much as a masculine would do of the household. Like being the man of the house, you were particularly the woman of the house growing up in your home. And it was some of your male figures was jealous of you because of how hard you would go and how much people loved you and how good you looked and how you always had it made for yourself. So with that message, she is saying to never even let a dude buy you or make you feel as if you supposed to be bought because you're a woman. Sometimes a lot of men will try to throw money at you or try to say, I'm going to take care of you, I'm going to do that and this and the third. That's because they see how much power you already hold, and they want to take that away from you. They want to belittle you and make you feel like you need them or you want them. Don't ever let a baby daddy or dad, for that matter, make you feel as if you need them or you need to rest and lay upon them. Like I said, she was the queen of masculine and feminine and the queen of Egypt during that time. The wealthiest, the one who brought men to their knees. That's the type of power you guys hold here. Some of you women here that's watching, you hold that power, and it's crazy because people don't like it. People are hateful of how you walk in a room, and you will make people bow down to their knees, not physically, but maybe not physically bow down, but they spiritually, emotionally, and mentally bowing down. And when a man feel that a woman can make them bow down and make them feel intimidated, they get bitter, they get mad, they get to going like, I can take care of you. You need to let a man take care of you. You need to stop. Man, please don't let no man tell you that. These is too many right here, so we're gonna I don't want too many. Let's go ahead and put something up. Don't ever let a man tell you you need to stop hustling for yourself. You need to sit down somewhere. You're doing too much. You a woman. You don't need to be doing that. You don't need to work with your hands. That's what's wrong with us women now. We feel like we can't do us. We feel like we can't step into our power and have a lot of strength. That's one thing Mother Nefertiti spoke about or stood on or stand, that was her strength. She would never let a man make her feel. She did have a husband, but one thing about it, she was both. She could step into one thing about it, you could be the only woman surrounded by millions of men and doing the same work they're doing. It's like she stood out amongst a lot of masculine energies. That's all I'm getting right now, is that she stood out amongst a lot of masculine energy. Like she could step up to the plate, and a lot of them felt like she wasn't supposed to. Like, why? Because she's a woman? No. One thing about her husband, he allowed her to do whatever she pleased. He respected her. I feel like he would bow down to her. He respected her, though. The devil was on her ass because she was a woman that stood in her power. They tried to take away her so much, but she was fully protected. Like a lot of you here are very much protected, especially from men that chase you down pretending that they could take care of you. Do not fall for the okie doke. Okay, a lot of you women, or a lot of you on here that are You know what? I hear some masculines can even watch this. But a lot of you are being you're attracting these type of men. It's like you're attracting these men that want you to sit down, or that want to pretend to be able to take care of you, and you're doing this, you're supposed to be the woman. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you are falling for it sometimes, or in your head thinking you are worn out, you need a partner, you need a man to help you. If you can't help you, how the hell you think a man gonna help you? Because a man will leave you and drop you as soon as you get comfortable, and then you're stuck at square one again. So it's like she is speaking about protecting your energy. Even though you are protected, don't fall for it. Don't fall for, settle down. Of course you can settle down with a man, but don't fall for a man taking over all of your strength and your power, because that is going to be your epic fail. So a lot of you women always attract these type of men, and then it be the ones that pretend to be this because you're a woman. And some of you are very not feminine, but some of you are very gentle and soft. It's because you are afraid to step into your power and your strength. A lot of people tell you you're a woman, be a woman. No, stand up for who you are and what you feel and how you come off. Of course, be feminine towards yourself. Carry that feminine energy, because that's also going to empower your masculine energy and your strength and power that you hold. But it's almost as if you need to protect yourself from these men, those type of men like that don't want you to be as strong as you are, that want to take away your power, and they overpower you, and they have the authority over you. No, she does not believe in that. And that devil right there is out in the air these days. That type of energy is out in the air. It's like some of you women do not need to give up. So she is saying a lot of you women are in this energy, or just in this thought, in and out of these type of thoughts of needing a partner or needing a husband. You may see this out in your surroundings, social media, scrolling, celebrities getting married, and the girl housewife. A lot of that shit look cool and dandy, but you're allowing those evil spirits to suck you dry of your energy, your wisdom, your strength, and your knowledge. What are you going to leave on this earth? What are you going to have left for people, for the people coming after you? Like, what are you going to have left? Just sit down and be a housewife, telling them just be weak-minded, be weak-hearted, be weak everything. I'm not saying you guys are weak, but I'm just trying to get the point across that you don't need to break out of your strength and get comfortable. Always step into your power, no matter what no one is saying to you, especially from your own. You know what? This is what it is. I feel like a lot of you were in a midst of verbal abuse. Verbal, a little physical, but I'm really getting verbal abuse, talking down on you from father-like figures, from being in relationship where men verbally abuse you. A lot of you have been in that type of scenario. That's why my left eye was twitching like that, because my left eye normally it twitches during other times, and right now it was twitching. I feel like a lot of you have been manipulated mentally with verbal abuse, talked down on by men. And it's like those type of men, you're attracted to them. It's like that's what you grew up with. That's what your spirit is used to. So it make you feel you got to go back and forth, tick for tack with a dude, or you got to have your guards up. You can't let a dude try you. It's because that's where you guys come from. And then some of our mothers make it seem like that's the type of shit that's okay. That's okay to deal with. And it kind of like, I feel that this here energy is saying to just take that type of shit back. Do some type of cleansing, water-like energy to cleanse that type of energy off you. Yes, because a lot of you were manipulated by that back in your childhood. A lot of you were also, sexually manipulated back in your childhood and left in darkness for your entire life, subconsciously not knowing it. So this is going on a different level, but I'm going to get it out. And a lot of you still carry that type of energy within you. I know this is like some type of magic here going in the air, but for me this is like some type of strings attached to your childhood from those masculine energies, like father figure, brothers, cousins. It don't even baby daddies. It don't matter who it came from. It was a masculine energy talking to you like you another masculine. Yeah. So a lot of you still carry that, and you need to heal yourself from that. You need to write that down, burn it. You need to speak that energy out of you. That way you don't continue to attract that, because it's still flowing within your aura. It's still flowing within. It's like your aura says, hey, I want these type of dudes around me. That's what I'm used to. That's what I still carry with. And I still dwell on some of that stuff. Some of you need to heal from that type of behavior. I feel like a lot was taken from you. Yes, your whole, some of you women had your heart taken from you by your own peoples. You know what I'm saying? Some of you, your childhood was not good because of that. Masculine. And now it's like you went. So she is saying, now that you are aware, you are in a mature mindset, you went through those type of things, you are able to step out with the, yeah. Then you got the robots here, man. You know what? You're able to take that shit and step out into something new. You got the whole universe backing you up. You have the protection of the universe. You guys are very much divinely protected. Not all. So please don't think I'm being, I'm not even gonna say it, but you guys have the energy from the universe that is protecting you and wanting you to change, switch routes on these people. Like, okay, Native American in here too. Native American in here. But you guys have the energy from the universe to switch route on that. Yes, taking your power back and taking that sexual trauma back, verbal and physical sexual abuse. You know what? Mother Nefertiti is also speaking about healing yourself from relationships where you felt obligated to be there because he was taking care of you or he was helping pay the bills. It was like you wouldn't even want to have sex sometimes, or you didn't even really physically or wholeheartedly wanted to be there. She is speaking about healing yourself from those type of relationships because of taking care, or because baby daddy, because this and that. It's like you were making yourself sleep next to this person, or give this person sex, or it was like you were forcing these things just because of what this person was doing, or making you feel like they were doing for you, when you can do all that for yourself. Pay all your bills, have your own money, you can do all that, take care of things, car and things like that. You can do all that. It's like taking yourself back, healing yourself, because you are the star. You have the sun card here. I feel like so a lot of you were just wasting your sacral chakra just because you needed to keep them coins rolling in, that support coming in, or to make you feel like your spot is not taken. It's weird. I know what it is, though. I know what that feeling is. I know what I'm speaking of. A lot of you are she's actually tapping a lot of you guys, ancestors is tapping y'all on y'all head. Like, a lot of you may even get a little in your head and start itching. You be like, what the hell was that? I feel like a lot of you are trying to are spiritually trying to be guided to heal yourself from a lot of this shit, so you can awaken into some extraordinary type of lifestyle living and be free of that type of energy. It's like you're gonna find any and everything. You're gonna find a man that will bow down to you once you heal from that type of energy. It's like he will heal from that. It's like you will attract who you are. You will never ever stop pouring into yourself. You are the star. You will receive. You have so much guidance around you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 7. 7 is a lucky number. You're lucky to even have this guidance and ancestors and universal protection. Like, you are very divine, which is why I am here with Mother Nefertiti, speaking these things to you. And if I don't say her name correctly, she knows my heart. So you be quiet. One thing about it, it's like you're going to attract someone that stands up for you and make sure you are pushing yourself. So it's going to be like you're pushing yourself, and then you got an extra body telling you to push yourself, making you stand into your strength and your power. That's the type of masculine you will attract. Even you masculines, you will attract a partner of feminine that way, because it's like that's what you do. I feel like a lot of you have lost your powers or yourself, and you are regaining yourself these days, and you're probably watching. You're probably definitely watching. You're regaining your strength. You're regaining your sense of self-worth and freedom. You're regaining yourself from a lot of cycles, repeated cycles that you continuously went through because of offers, or because of kind gestures, or because someone was speaking of helping you, supporting you, or it was a child's father. Take your power back. I feel like a lot of you are in that energy of taking your power back from these type of verbal belittling relationships and father-like energies. So step into your power, guys. You are very much divinely protected. Yeah, you are protected. And you have support. Just ask for it, and they will support you. They will guide you. Listen to your gut. That's what is guiding you. Listen to your gut, but you have to get quiet. You have to get alone.